It will be a reference.
Sure, sure, sure. Can you see in a database level to store the photos, right? We cannot directly store it. Okay, so we can store in such a way that in image, or it is also called as var binary data type. Let me write var binary. What is meant by var binary data? You see, it will come in SSIS again. What is meant by var binary data type means it consists of both characters and binary numbers. Can you see? Your integers also there, characters also there, correct?
Yeah.
So whenever we are dumping your photo into the database, right, directly it cannot save the photo. What it will do, it will just convert into var binary data type and it will store it. That is how we can save. Okay, and again it depends on, see, when I copy and paste it over here, this one photo size, I mean this var binary value, right? See the how this much it will be. It's very huge. That too, that image size will be maybe less, some 120 by 80. Okay, the resolution is very very less. That's why it is took this much. So when you usually store large amount, I mean high resolution photo, right, in such a case, so your bar symbol, this bar is there, no, it will become very small. So which means this length will be very huge. Okay, see, this is how it looks like. Yeah, so such kind of data, right, it cannot return in the function level. So they have restricted it. Okay, because of the performance issue. Understand?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to see that
Next.
photo?
Sorry, this one, huh?
Hmm.
See, what you can do, directly we cannot show this photo in the SSIS level. This binary where binary is there, na, this we can convert. There is a one transformation which it can convert from this code to photo. Okay, then we can see it. Yeah, so maybe I can convert it while we are discussing the SSIS part, and I'll show you the images. See, these are all images. Do you remember that product table?
Yes, sir.
So we have a bikes, no, race bikes, road bikes, correct? So all the photos are available over here. See, photo names are these, and it has been converted over. If we need the photo, real photo, we have to convert this into photo. That directly in a database level, it's not possible. So we have to do it from the SSIS level. Okay. Yeah, I think people are up now. Shall we discuss store browser?
Yeah.
I think 61, it's more than 80% people. Okay, so this syntax and all has been it has been written, right, everybody? This store procedure syntaxes. Okay, and also I have written this example, one example I gave na, store procedure.
No, sir. No, I think we have not written.
No, sir.
A second.
No, sir. We have written only how
Syntax properties.
Okay. Okay, I think I'll make it, this is as a procedure. So there is a case one, right, only previewing the data. Select query. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yes.
The store procedure level. So let me create a store box here. Okay, so this store procedure will accept two parameters. Okay, one is category name, and then what is this? Subcategory
category name.
Subcategory.
No. 1 second. I'll just change it. I think separator, right?
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
separator.
Separator. Okay. And only one parameter, and here it is separator. Okay. So now in this we'll get category name, product name, your subcategory, category, and product name. Depends on category, what category you're passing here. And you can pass multiple categories also, and we'll show you that. Okay, can you see this? I have created the stored procedure. In which database? Can you see?
Master.
Master. So now it has been created, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but do you have these adventure works tables in the master database?
No. Okay.
No, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
basically while creating it should throw an error, no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, reason behind that is whenever you are creating a store procedure, okay, the SQL server will check only the syntax, okay, whether the syntaxes are correct or not, it will just check, okay, it won't check whether the object is exist in the database or not, okay.
Yes.
So whenever you create a store procedure, it will just check whether the object is exist or not, okay, whether the SQL code is perfect or not, it will just check, which means if I remove comma, now it's a syntactical error, no?
Yes.
So such kind of errors it will find out, okay. So I mean the database objects it won't check, yeah. So when exactly it will check the objects whether it is exist or not, while executing the store procedure by passing the parameters, right? In such cases it will just go and check whether the database objects are exist or not. Understand?
Yeah.
And this concept is called as differ name solution. Okay, so whatever it is doing, right? So while creating, it will just check only the SQL code, and while executing the store procedure, it will check whether the objects, it will basically compile each and every statement, and then it will check whether the objects are exist or not. And this concept is known as differ name solution. Okay, and let's see whether a function can accept that or not. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll see, we'll create the function in a master database, okay, where the tables are actually not exist, and we'll see whether it will accept. So what I will do is I'll just take any table valued function. So now all these tables are there in AdventureWorks, no? Now we'll go and create the same function in master database, okay? Let's see whether it will allow to create it or not. What it is doing?
Invalid
object.
Invalid object. It means while creating itself, what it is doing?
It will check whether object is.
Yes, it will check whether the objects are exist in the database or not. Now, will the function will prefer the differ name solution?
No.
No, correct?
No.
Yeah. So function will not prefer the differ name solution, whereas store procedure will. Okay. Understand?
Yeah.
So maybe I can summarize this point. Procedures can create for non-existing objects also. Okay. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So, and I can show you another example. Let me create procedure. I'll just say P11 as begin, no parameter, nothing. Okay. I'll just say select star from hash temp and then can I able to create a table procedure? We can, correct? But does this table exist?
No, sir.
Temporary table? No, because while creating it is not checking the table is exist or not. While executing it will compile it. Understand? Yeah, a store procedure can create for non-existing objects also, no problem, but usually we won't do. Okay, but it can be acceptable. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one point I want to show you. Yeah. Now let's go to Adventure Works and I'll create the store block. Okay. One parameter I'm passing, and it's a multi value parameter because I'm applying a string underscore split function here. And let's execute this. Exec this procedure name. Exec this procedure name, and slash star the parameters. So usually without parameters also, instead of keeping parameter name and then value, what you can do is you can do in another way. I'll show you. Separator is comma, and I'll just say components comma accessories or clothing bikes. Okay. Okay, somebody is writing. Let me reshare the screen. Yeah. So components and bikes and clothing. If I go and execute this, see clothing is came, bikes is came. I think component spelling is wrong. Huh?
Yes, sir. Components.
Yeah, components also came into the picture. Okay. So it's a multi-level parameter, right? The category name.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Now another way of executing the store block is say exec procedure name. Instead of keeping the parameter name, directly you can put the parameters values also. This is also fine, no issues. Okay. See, this will also execute. But my preference would be always this, because see, when we have 1 or 2 parameters, it's fine. But when we have 10 parameters, will you able to understand which values belongs to which parameter?
No, sir.
No, right? So that's why my preference will be always, even it is a single parameter or multiple parameters. Okay. So please keep the parameter name and equals to then value. Okay. Yeah, that is always mandatory. Okay.
Maybe in above syntax we can interchange that input parameter.
Which one here?
No, in 29th line. First
29th line.
First separator. Next,
yes.
But
We can swap this, no problem.
But in below we can't.
Exactly. So yes, exactly. So in above case, we can interchange the parameters and we can pass the value so that the store processor can able to accept it. But in this case, if we interchange, what it will assume, the comma is the parameter, first parameter value, and then below values are the second parameter values. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. See, it's not giving data. But if we go and execute this, it will give us the data. Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So always make a habit of keeping like this. Okay. Now, one more thing. See, whenever you create a procedure, right? Maybe after a week of time, I want to execute this store procedure. Okay. And let us assume there are 10 parameters for me. Now, what you need to do? You need to make your execution statement, correct?
Yes.
So let's say a client is giving a new parameter values and I want to execute. So we need to make that execution statement, correct? So will it take some time or not?
Yes.
Obviously, it will take some time. Now, after 2 days, again, I need the same execution statement, but I need to pass a different values. So again, I need to make it, right? So instead of, making this exec command every time, what is the best case is, okay. So, put this execution statement inside your code, but under comments. Okay. So /*/ and keep this within the store procedure. Either you can put it at the end or you can put it at the start. No issues. Some people will keep at the start. Some people will keep at the end. No issues. Okay. Now these commented lines, right? Will it execute?
No, sir.
No.
No. So what I will do, I'll just go and alter my store procedure. Okay, now I'll close it. Okay, I'm not closing it because there are so many points over there. Now, if you want to bring that store procedure again, right, what you can do, see there are store procedures option. Just refresh it, go over here and see there are so many store procedures. No, what you can do, we can filter it out. Not only store procedure, but also table, functions, everything. What you can do, select the tab. Can you see there is a filter option?
Yes.
Filter it. Okay. Now, if you created, by maybe with your name means you log in with your name. No, you can put your name to filter it out. Or if you know what is the schema of your database, you can, your store procedure, you can put that. Or if you know at least some of the keywords for your store procedure, you can able to, write, put that keyword over here. No need to put entire store procedure. If you do remember a single character, multiple characters also, it's fine. See, I had put STP. Let me search with STP. It will act like a keyword. Okay. See. Understand?
Yeah.
And if I go and keep something called ESP, the procedure which starts with ESP, it will just give us. Not only start, wherever it might be. Okay. See, the operator they are using is contains. Okay. Contains means it acts like a keyword only. Okay. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the contains means it will be percentage ESP percentage. Okay. Yeah.
बोतल का बताने रखबे आ ताती रखनी छी.
Now let me put STP. Can you please mute? Okay. Now this procedure is came now. When you right click and click on modify, can you see this along with the code? We do have all that also that execution statement. Now, do I need to create the execution statement again?
No, sir.
Not
No.
required. Correct. So I can copy it. Okay. And I can change the values and execute it. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And one more thing, if you see, if I copy and put it in another, session, and if I go and execute, I'll get the values. Okay, because the store procedure is already existing in this database. We created already, correct?
Yeah.
So whenever you execute that, the code will gonna execute and it will give us the data. Okay.
Yeah.
Do remember it. Not only function, store procedure, you can go for a function, anything. Okay. In another sessions also, it will give us the data, but make sure it is pointing to the proper database.
Same database. Yeah.
Yes, same database. Okay. Understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, by mistakenly, if you forgot to mention these comments, what will happen? Let's see. I'm going to alter this. I had put the alter statement, but I forgot to mention that comments. If I go and execute, can you see? And let's see what is the error. Maximum store procedure functions trigger views nesting level exceed limit 32. Okay. Which means, so so whenever it is executing the store procedure, I have a exe command inside my store proc.
Yes.
Correct. So consider this, say I'm calling same store procedure again inside a store proc, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
sir.
this is how you can call it actually. Exec that procedure name and the parameter values. Now what will happen whenever you're executing the store proc? First it will execute all the code and it will run this one also, correct? Because this is a part of the logic, right?
Yes.
So when it is executing this, what is the code inside it again?
Same
Same
course.
code only, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what it will do, it will keep on repeating the same thing until when?
32.
32. Because we can call
We can
up to
call up to
32
32
SPs inside a SP. That's it. Anna?
Yes.
That's the reason it will, throwing an error after 32 executions. Clear? So that's where don't, whenever you are making your execution statements, try to put it in comments. Okay. Either you can comment, in this way also, or you can put /* below //. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, one more thing. Yeah. Tell
Can
me.
you explain that 25th point, sir?
25th point. Huh?
Yes, sir. That line.
Do you remember that split function?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What exactly it will do? What split function will do?
It will split, sir.
It will split what? It will split comma separated values into rows.
Comma
Correct?
separated value to rows, sir. Yes.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
what
sir.
I am doing is so here also I am getting the comma separated values. So likewise. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So, but when you directly, see there are three categories, right? When you go and keep directly the category value like this, so it will assume like the entire value is a one string, or entire value it's considered as a one category. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any category like this: components, comma bikes, comma clothing? Do you have any category like with this name? No, right?
No, sir, no.
No.
These are three different categories, correct?
Yes.
So now when they are passing multiple values, we cannot directly, put like this. So that's why what we can do is using the split function, I'm passing these parameters to my split function. What it will do, it will convert all the comma separated values like this. Okay. Row by row. One is components, comma, and then bikes, comma, clothing. Now it will get filter, no?
Yes, sir.
So now in operator, this will be considered as a one category, next category, third category. Now it will get filtered, correct? So for that purpose, I am calling a split function over here to split comma separated values into rows. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We can do it in the 4 different ways, na?
Four different ways means?
Either we can use a string split function, either we can call the function.
Yes.
And,
our user defined function. Yes.
User defined function. Either we can put here the function, or fourth way is to, in the above line, we can declare an output, and there we can write the code for the split codes.
Okay, you mean to say this one, huh?
And no, sir, I'm just talking about this line only. Yes, sir. Here we can put here from the 3 different ways as a string split function. Either we can put the whole value of that function. Either we can use the user defined function.
Yes, correct.
Code here in 3 ways. And fourth way is to just we will go upward in the line 14, and we can declare there the output. And here we can put the
yes
also.
Yes, we can do that. So whatever data we are getting from this function, right, you can put it in a table variable and you can dump it over here. Maybe I can just improvise this. Okay.
Yes, here we can write the output also. Here we will put the value of output, and now
let me show you
in this. Yes, sir. That way.
So yeah, that is the fourth way. We can do that also. So now we are calling a function. Yes. So instead of calling the function in a subquery, okay, we can put this, this data into a table variable. Okay. Why table variable? Tell me. Why not temporary table?
Temporary table scope is until the execution.
No, still, as I
session
said, inside a store pack, we can call temporary tables also.
Yes.
There is no limitation. Okay.
Yes.
But why I'm preferring table variable, over this?
Only 3 rows and 1 column.
Yes, exactly. Only 3 rows and 1 column, correct?
Small. Yeah.
It's very small data, right?
Yeah.
So I'll prefer a table variable in this case. Okay. So I'll just say output and table, and I'll also say like, name varchar of 100 and close bracket. Okay, now if I want to insert this data, this complete data into it, sorry, if I want to insert the function output into table variable, what I need to do?
Insert into.
Insert
Insert
after
into.
begin, you have to write yes. Insert into
Out, great output.
yes. Insert into @ of output. And can I put the select statement below this function output?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because here also one column
Hmm.
is coming. Here also it is only one column, and both are varchars. Correct?
Yes.
Now instead of calling my function over here, so can I call directly my table variable?
Yes, yes.
So this will be much better. Why? Because inner query, I mean executing the function in inner query, it's it's a cost based query. It will take lot of time to execute it. I mean CPU cost, these things and all very huge. Okay, so instead of that, executing a function and put it in a table variable and calling that variable will be much simpler actually. In that way we can improve the performance also, right?
Yes.
So now I can call a table variable inside a store proc, and I can also perform a DML operations inside a store proc, and this is also satisfied, right?
Yes.
Understand?
Yeah.
As it is a very less amount of data, I'm preferring table variable. Now, do you understand where do we need to use the table variable?
Yes.
I told you that day, right? So in case of
Yes.
store procedure, I can show you the perfect scenario where we'll go for a table variable.
Yes.
Okay, even you can use temporary table also, no issues. Okay, but as it is 3 rows and 1 column, I prefer to go for a table variable because it will be much faster.
Yes,
Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions?
It's depend upon the situation we are going to choose now, sir.
Exactly. So here the situation is very less amount of data, right? That to
Yes.
one column. We know that there are only 4 categories, correct?
Mhm.
And maybe if it is 10-20 categories also fine, but it is one column, not more than one.
Then,
So you can prefer table variable, it will be faster.
okay, sir.
Okay. Now I'll give you a scenario for a temporary table also here. Okay.
Mhm.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, table variable we use where we get the whole table, and if we want to get the single value, we will use only output.
Sorry, can you come again?
Sir, table variable we only use when we have to get the whole table.
Yes, correct.
Yes, and if we want the single value only, we will use only output, just a single variable.
Single variable. Yes. Okay, you mean to say if it is a single value in this category, correct? So in that case, directly you can call this variable over here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe in operator also not required. You can put equals to, right?
Okay, sir.
So only in case of multiple values, right? That point of time, store it in a variable, table variable, and call that variable over. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Understand?
Yes.
Okay. Now just see how we are going to improvise the store procedure line by line. Okay. Now it is pretty much simple. Now we added few code, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Now later on we'll see what and all the codes it will get add, how much big it will become. Okay. That's how we used to do in the real time also. Okay. We'll not write everything in at a time. Understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's what I will do is let's request few more columns. Okay, the client is expecting few more columns from these tables, and we'll alter this join condition. So let's go and do a select star from I can say sales dot let's say order details okay, order header details. I'll go. Okay, see if you see the data over here, what I need is I need the order date what time it has been placed, that particular products, and due date, ship date, and account number. This information I need. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
I need few more columns from this table. Now tell me, is it possible to join this table with this order details table, header details table? Do you have any relationship between those tables and this?
No, sir, key column is not.
No. So here we have a product ID, subcategory ID, and category ID. Do you have any of those columns here?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
No.
Let's see the order details table, and we can find at least some key column over there. Okay. Do you have any key column here?
Product ID.
Product ID. So can I join this table with the product table?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I can, right?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And we'll bring what is the quantity here. Okay. So instead of simply joining, okay, so we can bring few columns from this table also. So now what I need to do here, inner join sales order details table. I'll just say SOD. Let me know if I'm going faster. P dot product ID equals to SOD dot product ID, correct? And let me also bring few more columns from that fourth table, SOD dot. I'll just go for order quantity, and also I'll just go for special offers. Okay. Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I just need to join this table as well to get that order date, everything. Okay?
Order time date.
Yes. Inner join. I'll just say SOH on SOH dot. Now, what is the relationship between these two tables?
Sales order.
Sales order ID.
Let me just show you. Yeah, sales order ID, sales order ID, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now I'll just go and just see SOH dot sales. Why? One second.
Join space.
Join is missing. Correct.
No, sir. Join is there. You didn't get
Okay,
it.
space is not there. Huh? So that's why when I'm typing here, that column name is not came. See, now it came. Sales order ID equals to SOD dot sales order ID. See, now we are comfortable, right? Writing joins. Which table to which table we need to join, what key column we have to consider, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now from this table, what we required, order date. So what you can do, SOH dot. Can I take order date?
Yes.
Yes. And I need, let's say, due date also. SOH dot due date. Am I going fast?
No, no.
sir.
No.
Okay. Now let me take ship date also. And comma. And I need the account number. From which account number they made the payment. Comma. And let me take, the values as well. There is some, yeah. See, total amount, subtotal is this. I can just say like SOH dot subtotal value, comma. Now there is a tax amount also. Let me bring that column as well. Tax amount, comma, freight. Freight means that is also kind of tax only. Okay. Earlier, before this GST and all, they're charging this freight charges. Okay. And then the total due amount. See, this is the whole amount, and this much they had paid some amount, and this is the total due which they have to pay. Understand?
Yeah.
Now, 1 second. 19.
Subtotal plus tax amount. Plus
Yeah. Sorry. This total due is nothing but subtotal plus taxes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I had bring all these columns. Let's see if any other things are required in this. Okay, we have a credit card ID, address also there. Okay, billing address ID, all the address IDs are there. But if you need the address, what you need to do? You need to go and join.
Again, join.
Another page.
Yes, there is some tables here. You get, if you go and check that tables, there is a
Business
ship
entity
ship to
address.
address ID, right? So there are some tables.
Business entity address and
I
person
think,
address.
yeah, maybe some address table we do have now. If you go, can you see? There are some address tables. So if you go and just check, so definitely there will be a key column over there. If you go and join, you'll get the address, exact address where they have shipped. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, let it be. I need only few this much columns. That's fine. And I'm going to alter this. Okay. Now before executing my store block, let's introduce one more parameter, that is subcategory. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
So one more subcategory, and it is varchar of 100, and they're saying this is a single value. We want to pass at a time single value, not multiple. Okay. Or maybe we can put multiple also, no issues, right? This is also multiple. This is also multiple. Correct?
Sir, here
What
we
I,
have,
yes, tell me.
sir, inside output we have also extend one value.
Yes, this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what you can do, you need to declare one more table variable now. Okay. So instead of output, can I keep category table this one? Can I say cat?
Yes.
Yeah. Now this is also cat. So at least we can easily identify, right, what exactly we have stored in it. And this is also at the rate of cat. Now, what about for subcategory? Can I declare one more table variable?
Yes.
So name it as
Subcat.
subcat.
Yes.
And this is one more insert statement you have to write, correct?
Yes.
For subcategory, yes. So insert into subcategory. Yes. And here it should be subcategory name, correct?
Yes.
Yes, subcategory. Now, whatever subcategory values you are passing multiple values, it will go and split it over here and put the data in the table variable. Now, can I write a var class again?
Yeah.
Saying that
And
ps dot name.
ps dot name
In select
Category.
name.
can I write
Name
same
from
select
subcategory.
query, select name from subcategory? Can I write?
Yes.
Are you following everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So can I alter this now?
Yes.
Okay. Command successfully executed, right?
yes,
Yeah. Now let's go and execute my store pack. My store pack required one more parameter now, right? So can I call this subcategory over there?
yes, sir.
Okay. So see, I'm doing maybe little bit fast because you know the concepts. So that's why I'm just doing fast. Okay. So if any point is pretty much new, definitely I'll just go a bit slow. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And that's what. If you feel if it is fast, please let me know. I'll go a little bit slow only. Production dot subcategory. Let's see what all subcategories we do have. Okay, there are some, see, I'm passing bikes and clothing here. Okay, so maybe I need road bikes and mountain bikes. Okay, come on. And in components, let's see, under components, what exactly will come?
Clothing.
Will it be helmets? Helmets comes under accessories, no?
Yes.
Okay, I think brakes. Let's see whether it will come or not.
So you mentioned clothing.
I mentioned clothing. Oh, sorry. I mentioned clothing, no? Let's see.
Jackets.
Jacket.
Jackets. Yes, sir.
Jerseys also fine, right?
Yes.
Jerseys. Okay, let's see. Can you see this? We have bikes, mountain bikes, clothing, jerseys came, and then bikes, mountain bikes also came. Bikes, road bikes also came into the picture. Okay. Now how much data is there totally? See, there are almost like 40,592 orders are there, correct?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay, there are different orders if you see. Can you see on the same order date? So different account numbers they have ordered, correct? Which means different order only, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, so these many orders are there. 40,592 orders are there. Understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So now any questions in this?
No, it's
So here,
clear.
how the commands can get executed, sir?
Which
Sir,
one? Which
Comments.
command?
The green color one. We
Which one? Which
executed this
commands?
one, sir.
No, that we have to remove.
Comment.
Oh, this one. Okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm selecting only this. That's why. Okay. Or if you want, I can keep it in another window. Okay. Maybe just I have a habit of doing like that. So that's why I'm doing. So what you can do, simply select that and execute it. Okay. Or you can keep that XCC command somewhere else and you can execute. Usually, it's better you keep it in a separate session and execute it. Okay.
Yes, sir. I was also confused. It was written
Oh,
over here.
okay. No problem. So see, when you execute this one, no, see, it won't execute because it's in commented, right?
Okay.
But once you select this one, so it's selecting the physical query. Okay. Yeah.
Sir,
Good.
it
People are
executed,
observing
right?
it.
Like along with commented.
Oh,
also.
sorry.
So it got executed even along with the comments in the.
When you execute along with this comments, right? See, it's saying comments successfully executed, which means it is not executed that exec command.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
good that people are observing each and everything. Yeah,
Sir,
next.
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
In line number 62,
62.
we are 62, sir. We are giving parameters like bikes, clothing.
Correct.
What if we make both parameters like bikes, comma bikes?
Oh, 2 times, huh?
Yes, sir. Will it consider or
So what it will do here, it will make it like bikes, comma bikes. Okay. But it will fetch only one time. Okay.
Yes. Duplicates are not.
Yes, it won't give us in operator, right? Whenever you are passing same value again, it will satisfy only one time. That's it. If you want, I can show you. See, there are 33,401 rows are there. Let me pass only bikes and we'll check. Okay. Can you see?
yes, sir.
Same. If I'm passing multiple values, same values or same single value, the results it would be same. Okay. In operator, when you pass same values, it will satisfy only one time, not multiple times. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next.
Here, if we keep iphones, then also it will get execute, sir. Comments
Where?
before that execute. If we keep
Now, when you put iphones, it won't. See,
it won't.
no, because it
But
is commented. No.
Okay. But when we keep in star, then it will execute.
Even if you select this, right? So it won't execute. But if you select only the physical query, this query
Inside that
yes,
star,
then it will execute.
Okay.
Okay, and maybe people are confusing it. You better put it in a separate session. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I have a habit of doing it, so that's why I'm doing like that. Okay. Yeah, don't do that.
Sir,
Yes.
if in category name, if we mention components and in a subcategory, we won't mention any subcategory name.
Then it won't satisfy. No, correct? Because here and condition is there, correct?
Yes, sir.
So category here clothing also should be there, and respective subcategory also should be there here, correct?
Oh, yes, sir.
So then only it will satisfy. See, when you keep like this, there is a component category, but there is no respect to subcategory for component. Then components will not come into the picture at all.
I think that's before that raised errors. Before you put jersey, na something you put something at that time.
Where?
Before putting value jersey, you put something. At that time, it throws error.
Clothing
where
and
I-
you
Clothing,
gave
sir.
clothing. In subcategory, you gave different values.
Jersey, you mentioned clothing over there, sir.
Correct.
Before jersey, you mentioned something, sir.
By executing, it shows an error, sir.
You mentioned the breaks, I think.
Likewise.
Yes, sir.
Because of that subcategory parameter is missing. See,
No,
earlier
no,
only
sir.
two
In place
parameters.
of jersey, you put some breaks.
Em పెట్టానప్పా నేను
Clothing లో different category ఇచ్చారు సార్ వేరే.
Here,
Clothing కాకుండా jerseys లో వేరేది ఇచ్చారు.
likewise.
Yes, sir.
It won't throw any error. See, jerseys won't come under components, correct?
Yes.
So it won't throw any error in SQL Server. What it will do, whichever it is satisfied with this condition, it will just give us the data. If it is not satisfied, it won't give us the data and it won't throw any error also. Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions? Now, can you see the stored procedure has keep on increasing now, correct? The number of lines.
Yes.
Anna?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, in real time, you need not to worry about the store procedure. Why? Because when it is 1,000 lines of store procedure, right? దాంట్లో మొత్తం చెప్పాలంటే మొత్తం చెత్తే ఉంటుంది. ఏమంటే they will consider this is also one line. Okay, this is also one line. This is also one line. Okay, so in the whole store procedure, important thing is what for us? I mean logic. Logic is how many lines?
Where conditions.
Maximum చూస్తే if you keep all the columns in one row, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So it will be become maximum 10 lines.
Yes, sir.
Anna?
Yes.
Logic will be only 10 lines, but my store procedure it is giving me almost like 65 lines. Anna?
Yes.
That's how it will be in the real time also. One the line lante, you no need to worry about it because the logic will be pretty much simple there. If you understand the logic, right, the remaining things are same. End, begin, as begin, your parameters declaration, table declaration, everything remains same in all the store procedures. The only difference is logic. Okay, now a logic we have to understand. That's it. In the inside the store procedure, you no need to worry about the number of lines. Okay, see, even when I joined in a company, the first company, okay, I really don't know how the store process looks like because I didn't learn that store process because they did not explain to me. Reason, it's a very big concept they feel and they have left it. But when I joined over there, they have given me almost like 7,000 lines store process to understand. Okay, and the bad thing is the girl who is handling that store process, right, she went for maternity leave. Okay, you just understand how the things will be that point of time. I don't even know what is a store procedure. There are almost like 7,000 lines are there and I need to understand it, what exactly it will be. Okay, then within almost like 1 or 2 months, okay, yeah, she has helped me whenever I required something. I used to call her and she used to explain. Okay, but పక్కన కూర్చోబెట్టి చెప్పడం వేరు, కాల్లో వేరు కదా. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, but within 2 months I become a master in that store pro. Within just 2 months, wherever you tell me, wherever bug will be, I can fix it over there. Just 2 months, 7,000 lines store procedure. And I don't know I don't understand the complete code, but whenever bug comes, right, I'll go to a particular part where exactly it is failing, then I'll go and fix it because I have divided that store procedure into number of parts. Okay, and then I'm just debugging it. Okay, I took 2 months to understand the whole logic. That's how it will be in the real time. Okay, మీరు వెళ్తానే you no need to understand everything. Yeah, step by step it will be. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now let's improvise few more things in this. Let's introduce the temporary tables. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now whatever the data I'm getting, the select output, right? Okay. Let's do some manipulations. I want to do some manipulations on top of this data. Whatever the select query is giving, right? On top of the data, I want to do some DML operations or case or maybe some manipulations I want to do. So is it possible to directly do on this select query?
No, sir, it's not possible.
It's not possible, right? Maybe it's possible, but it looks very clumsy, correct?
Yes.
The select query will be not even clumsy. For SQL Server also to execute all those calculations, it is not that much simple, right? Yeah. So what I can do is I can push this data into a temporary table because there are more than one column, and also the rows are almost like some 30,000, 40,000 rows, correct?
Yeah.
So I'll prefer to go for
Temporary.
temporary table. Okay. Now let's create the temporary table here. So either you can create the temporary table above or below, but after begin it should be. Yeah. So if you want to keep after insert statement also, it is fine. But usually in real time, right? All the creation of the tables, declaration of the variables, declaration of the table variables, will keep it in the top. Okay. Why? Because if I want to reuse the tables or table variables or variables, right? We can easily do it, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
So meaning, see, I declare let's say one variable here. At the rate of a and integer. Now somewhere I declared this one more variable at the rate of b. I cannot sit and keep on search for the variables, right? Where I have declared and I know what value it has been assigned. Okay, it is not that much simple, correct? Yes. Now if I go and declare every variable in the top, I can easily come to know, right, how many variables I have declared, whether I can able to reuse that variable or not, correct? Or if I want to remove some variable, I can easily remove there. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So that's why
I couldn't hear. Can you repeat that last point if you don't mind?
yes. So what I'm saying is, in the real time, all the declaration of the variables and creation of the tables, temporary tables, or a declaration of table variables will be in the top of the store process. Okay.
Okay.
Why? Because when you declare, maybe I need at the rate of a variable here, and I need one more variable in the below. So I declared one more variable at the end. Okay, when you declare something like this, now, so we won't understand how many variables in that store poser, and reusability also it's very difficult. You have to keep on search. Okay. And if I want to remove, maybe there is a one variable I don't want. Again, you have to go and search it and remove it. Correct? So instead of make it complex, right? So what you can do, declare all your variables in the starting itself, whatever you require. Okay. And you assign wherever you want the values and reuse it. So whenever we want, we can remove it. Whenever we want to see how many variables are there, everything will be there in the starting itself.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yesterday, right? When I was discussed about the question, interview question, whenever he is asking me to write that store poser, right? The real-time store poser. Yes, here is the place where I'm declaring so many variables. Okay, I didn't even go to the logic. Ikkade stop chehesa warning. Okay. Yeah, because we used to define all the variables, table variables, temporary tables in the top itself in the store poser. See, maybe in some of the organizations they will not follow the rules and regulations, or they will not follow this Microsoft standards. Okay, but you follow it. Okay.
Yeah.
Understand?
How we will connect these variables from that logic?
Sorry?
Sir, we write
These
here
variables,
yes. How do we connect these variables with the logic?
Okay, I'll show you that. Maybe what I will do, I'll just declare at the rate of order date. Let's say start date. 1 second. Let me declare two variables here. One is at the rate of start date. I'll just connect it, these variables to your logic. Okay. At the rate of end date. The client has to pass it. Okay. There are two variables. Client has to pass it. Okay. Now, how the client is passing is, he is passing the date, time, everything. Okay. Maybe let me put date, time here. The client is passing date, time, data type actually. Yeah. So now what I will do is I'll declare the variable at the rate of date, or maybe I'll just say yes date and date data type. 1 second. 1 second. I'm just declaring two variables again. Okay. And I'll make it as date. See, the client can pass date time. Okay. There is an option to pass date time. But what I want to pass to my query is only date, not date and time. So what I can do is now set at the rate of sdate equals to this table. Now what it will do? It will automatically convert it. No. Correct or not? They are passing date and time, whereas I declared one more variable for my usage, and I make it as only date. When I mention date, what it will do? Automatically, it will take only date, right?
Yes.
You no need to convert it. Okay. See, if you want from date time to date, right? You no need to convert. Simply declare a variable and mention date data type. Automatically, it will convert it. Okay. Comma at the rate of e date. Sorry, we cannot put one more variable in set, right? At the rate of e date equals to at the rate of end date. Okay.
But it will convert all data type or only date data type?
No, only date time to date it is possible. It's an automatic conversion. Okay.
Vice versa is possible.
Sorry?
Vice versa. Date to date time.
Date to date time, yes, it's possible, but it will defaultly take 0000.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now you see the client is passing a different value. I mean, he can pass date or date time also. But what I'm doing, I'm declaring a variable just to convert the date time to date. Okay. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now there is a order date. Do you remember it here? There is a order date, right? We are just bringing it, correct?
Yes,
Now
Yes.
the client is also telling that I'm going to send you the start date and date, end date, and you just filter it out. So what you can do now, tell me?
And
SQH
dot
SOH dot order date
Order date is equal to
equals to
in
no
between
yes, either you can go for greater than or between. Okay, between
Date and
date and end date.
yes date and can I put at the rate of end date?
yeah.
This is fine, right?
yes, sir.
I don't see the client is saying that I can pass date time, but you just write a logic in a such a way that don't take the time. Okay, only take date and give me the results. Understand?
yes.
So in that, see, my variables are helping me, correct? Yeah, tell me.
Sir, if they put before date, before order date, or after order date, means any date put greater than or smaller value.
Okay, you mean to say if the S date is smaller, sorry, S date is greater and this is smaller, correct?
Yes, sir. Either means there is a date like order date. Okay. If we have to give the condition like before that order date and after that order date, so how we will write?
Not between.
Okay, not between.
Not
That's
between.
Not between.
okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now here, see this S dates, small start date should be less and end date should be more. Okay, always do remember it. See, when you put between, right? So it should be 1 and 100. Okay, not 100 and 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, do remember it. Even in greater than, less than also same, right? Greater than or equals to 1 you can quote, and less than or equals to 100 you can keep, but not in a reverse way. Correct?
Yeah.
Same thing in between also. Do remember it. Yeah, let me just see end date.
Sir, instead of S date, you can write start date also, right? Input parameter here.
Where? Here.
Uh,
But what client is saying that don't take the timing.
okay, so
See, when you
output
put
will
a
get
start
only
date,
date.
right? So
Okay.
it will check the timing also. Okay. The client is telling that don't follow the timings. Okay. Even though I can able to pass, but don't take the timings.
So output will be only date, sir.
Your output.
Yes, sir.
It depends. See, in our output, you are taking order date. Okay. So while filtering, it won't take the time. But while displaying, if you have the timing in that column, right, it will display. I'll show you the difference. Okay. Let's alter the store cursor. Now it becomes few. I mean, there are few more parameters getting added, right?
Yes.
Let's take that. At the rate of end date equals to this. Okay. Maybe in place of end date, I'll just pass get date. Okay. Today's date. You can pass like this. And start date, I'll just say 01/01/2012. Because we do have the data from that date onwards. Maybe 2011, I'll just take. Okay. And I'll also pass timings. 09, 09, 09, something like this. Let's see. I don't think so. It is allowing this get date like this. Okay. Maybe 1 second. We can pass the same over here. And here also same thing. Minutes and 1, 2, 3, something like this. When you say timing, no, you have to mention MMDD YYY and it should be hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Let's see whether we'll get some data or not. Are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's decrease this. Okay, maybe 2011. I'll just put some 4/15, 4th month 15. Okay, let's see whether we'll get some data or not. Now we don't have such data at all. Okay, the condition is not satisfying. If I keep 6, yes, see there are order dates between these dates. Okay,
Yes.
and here it is not considering any timing at all.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can you see in the output, is it showing timings or not? It's showing, right?
Showing.
Yeah. So now in the output, it is showing because the original data type of this
Date
column
type.
will be date time, but only here, right? Whenever it is checking, it will check only date, not timing. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where your variables will come into the picture, guys. Okay. The purpose of these variables means whenever they're passing something from the parameters and I want to convert it. Okay. And then I need to store it in a variables means go for a variables. Maybe I'll take another scenario. Let's say the client is passing only the end date. Okay. Understand?
Okay.
The client is passing only end date and he is telling that whatever date I'm passing, just go from that date to, I mean, you have to take the start of that month and then get the data. Then what you can do? The end date, I can go and put it over here. But start date, how can you find it using end date? Can I use EO month?
Yes, sir.
EO month of end date. Avuna? So what it will do?
End of that month.
End of
It will go to this month end date.
Yeah.
Correct? Now I need this month start date, right? What you can do?
Let's go for.
Can I add one? Can I minus 1 month?
Yes.
-1, yeah.
Yes, month, comma, -1.
Yeah.
Your month plus 1.
And now it will become last month, last day. Correct?
Yes.
Now, what you need to do again?
Add 1 day.
Yes.
Or we can directly put -1 here. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
In your month itself, when you put -1, it will go to last month, last day. Yes.
Yes.
Now, if I need this month first day means we need to add
1 day.
1 day. That's it.
Uh,
Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Your variable is helping.
no, month.
Okay. Maybe you may have a doubt that, sir, why we are declaring a variable? Why can't we put directly the condition over here? Correct? Yes or no? We can put the directly condition here, no?
Yes.
Sir.
Why do we use the variable?
But when you have a more code, sir, at that time it will be.
When we have a more number of SQL statements, then it will help us. Correct?
Yes.
Sir.
That is one help or one usage, yeah, or one advantage. There is a one more very important thing, very important point is there, which I haven't discussed earlier. Adi main usage anamata actual ga. So when we are discussing the variables, right, I said there are multiple statements just for reuse in case this variable will help us. Correct? That's what I conveyed. But there is a very important point is there. Compared to the previous point, this is very important. I'll tell you what exactly it will be. Tell me how many rows it is written in totally when I'm passing some data. Almost like
1000 plus.
20. Yeah. So now it is 26263 because I think it is clothing kada jersey, sir.
Yes.
That's why it is very less. Even the date also is there in the picture, na? Let's see how many. Okay, still it is 294 only. Okay. So now what will happen when you keep directly this data add function, right? This data add function will execute 294 times. Understand? Which means for every row, it will evaluate this function and it will check the condition. Understand?
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So in the tables data, whatever data we have, right? For every, see, not 293 actually. In the order details table, how many rows are there we do have? Hello?
1000.
In the order details table, how many rows we do have? I think some lakhs of records, right? For every row, this function will evaluate. Okay. So 1000, if there are 1 lakh rows, 1 lakh times this function will evaluate, and then it will just check the condition whether it is true or false. If it is true, it will come into the output. If it is false, it will not. Understand?
Yeah.
So 1 lakh times it has to execute. No. Instead of that, if you keep it in a variable, okay, how many times it will execute now? Tell me.
One time.
Only one time, correct? And that value will get stored in the variable, correct?
Correct.
Now, if I directly call the variable over here, do I need to evaluate the function those many number of times? Not required, right?
Yes.
That's the usage of the variable actually. Okay. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Everyone.
Yes, sir.
We know, like here, the date function I was not clear. Can you just repeat once again?
Maybe you haven't attended that event function. That's right. So what event function will do is when you give any date, it will go to end of the month. Okay.
Okay.
So when I'm giving 0415, right? Evo month function will take 430. Maybe 30 is the last in this month, correct? So now here, this is the optional parameter actually. When you put +1, no, it will add 1 month actually. So it means May 31st, it will give us.
Okay.
When you do -1,
it will go back to the previous month. It will take the end of month.
Okay.
So this EO month function, what it will do now?
So
EO
it
month
will
of
go,
end of the month, comma, end of the date, comma, -1 means what exactly it will give us?
this previous month end
Yes,
date it will
March
be.
31st.
Mm-hmm.
For March 31st, I'm adding 1 day.
Okay.
What it will do?
It will go to
the
April
April
1st.
April 1st only, right? So
Okay,
this
okay.
month first day only, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you just go and see, check that EO month function. I think when we are discussing about functions, I have explained it.
Okay, okay.
Understand everyone?
Sir, about this variable,
Uh-huh.
like when it called the variable at the last, like
Mm-hmm.
even though like even at the time also it will verify all the statements, right, sir, in the order details.
Yes. Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
When you put this, function, I mean this data function, everything. Okay.
Yeah.
First, what exactly it has to do, no? When it is going to where class, before checking this condition, it has to evaluate this function, correct? Because it's not a direct start date, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
First, it has to execute it. It has to get some output, right?
Yes, sir.
And compare the row, right?
Mm-hmm.
And again, for the second row, evaluate this whole, logic and compare it, correct?
Yeah.
Two things it is doing, evaluating this and comparing, correct?
Yes.
But when I'm directly keeping this, logic in a variable, one time it is evaluating and storing the data, correct?
Yes.
So when you call the variable over here, it won't evaluate again, right? The comparison will happen, correct?
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Here, when you use the variables, it will just only comparing or filtering. But when you go for the logic in a where class directly, what will happen? Evaluation plus filtering, both will happen. Okay, na?
Yeah.
So even
yes,
even variable also will get stored like stored procedures, like whatever we are executing, right? It will that evaluation will be stored in that, so that whenever
yeah. So see, in the store procedure will save all the code. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're executing, what it will do, it will keep on execute all the things. I mean the code, the whole code. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And finally the data will get display for us.
Correct.
Okay. Now let me show you. Let me show you one thing. So now so in which session it is executing? Tell me. 54. Avana?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But meaning when we are executing any select query, let's say employee table.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me which is the physical query here. And manamu physical ka query ni ekkada chustunam? Is it in the execution exec command or select query? Select query you can view physically, correct?
Correct.
Whereas exec command, it's not a physical query, right? It is a name where it has the query in the backend, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of a mirror object.
Yeah, mirror object. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now, whenever you are executing your query, for this query, the session number is 54. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when you execute this one, right, don't consider 54 is your session. No. Because in the backend, it will run, every execution will run in different sessions. Understand?
Yeah.
When you execute this one, right, in the backend, what it will do, the SQL Server, okay, it will run in session 1. When you execute again, it will run it in session 2. Why they define like that, I'll tell you. There is a reason behind that. Understand?
Yes, sir.
It's not something like your temporary tables are not like your physical tables and all. Okay. So it is not physically executing. There is a physically queries there that will run in backend different sessions actually. Okay. Yeah. Now it is throwing an error because start date I have removed it. No. That's why. Can you see this now? My query is executing and it is taking start of that month. Can you see? I'm passing 2011 615, whereas it is taking 0601 onwards. Correct?
Yes.
So it is taking from start of the month or not?
Yes.
Taking no?
It's taking from start of the month.
Yes. Any questions?
My question is like, like, see, generally, if we written this much query in functions means for every time it needs to evaluate and execute, right?
No,
But
the problem in the functions. Yeah, tell me.
But in case of stored procedures, it is not the case. Once
correct.
if we execute, so that will get stored in the memory and it will execute.
What exactly it will store, I'll tell you. It won't store, I mean, in the execution plan, see, in the store procedure level, code will get stored, okay?
Yeah.
But in the execution plan level, to execute this declare statement, how much CPU cost is required? Okay, and to execute this declare statement, how much CPU cost is required? And to execute this insert statement, how much CPU memory is required? So this kind of stuff, it will store it in the backend.
Okay.
Understand? That is what execution plan. Maybe I can show you how the execution plan looks like. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇది దీని ప్లాన్ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ లో. Ramesh will clearly explain to you, don't worry. Yeah. Can you see? These are the elements it required. మీరు అక్కడ కొన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ చూసారంటే estimated operator cost, input output cost, CPU cost, subtree cost, number of executions. Okay, any rows expected, estimated number of executions. Okay, estimated row size, how many number of estimated rows are coming. So all this data, it has been mentioned in the execution plan. So this it will saved in the backend. Okay, no?
This option will only show when we perform the stored procedure.
No.
Execution plan.
No. Every query will give us the execution plan. Okay, but let me show you. Employee. Every query in SQL Server. If I go
yes, sir. Only two options.
Can you see here also the execution plan is there? Okay, but the difference between your store pose and your query is this query, this execution plan won't get saved, but here the execution plan will get saved and it will be reused.
Sir, it will tell the time also, sir.
Timing, timing చెప్పదు అనుకుంటా. No, time ఏం చెప్పదు, but main ఇక్కడ పాయింట్స్ ఏంటంటే అక్కడ can you see the CPU cost there? Can you see that estimated CPU cost?
Yes, sir.
ఇక్కడ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్స్ నేను చెప్తున్నా. CPU cost, input output cost, subtree cost, and then can you see the top two things, physical operation and logical operation?
Yes, sir.
Table scan. ఇవన్నీ మీకు మళ్ళీ వస్తాయి అన్నమాట. Ramesh will explain you very clearly about this execution.
What is this cost mean? This is about the space.
A cost means your RAM and the CPU has to do all these operations. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And it is allocating that memory, everything. CPU. See, when you go to your 1 second, let me open that performance monitor. See, this is your system performance monitor action. Okay. Yeah. Now can you see there is a processor in your system, right? Maybe instead of this, I can just go and show you task manage.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see this CPU memory? Anna?
Yeah.
Now your CPU 100%, it is your system, it is not utilizing it. It is utilizing 18%, 19%, 10%. It is keep on changing. It depends on what is the load it is going on in our system, how much you are using. Okay. And in the same way, my system RAM is 16 GB. Okay. But is it using all the 16 GB over here? No, only it is using 50 GB because I'm not running anything. Maybe if I'll go and run this query, if I'll go and see, can you see my CPU cost? It is going to 56%.
Yes.
Can you see it has been increased? Let me execute it. See, it went up, right?
Yeah.
It means my CPU, it is utilizing it, right? I mean, CPU cost it is utilizing to run that query, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
In the same way, to run the SQL Server queries, everything, your CPU has to do some work. Okay.
Yeah.
How much it has to do? Okay, that percentage it will save it in the backend. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, that is what the execution. See, that's what he's the best person who can give you the exact scenario. I'm just giving you small examples. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
So we can see the saved execution plan in stored procedure level.
Sorry, can we?
We can see the. Can you see the?
Yes, we
execution
can.
plan?
We can see.
Saved execution plan in stored procedure.
Saved execution plan. Huh? I think Ramesh would be the best person for this also. You can just make a note and you can ask me. Okay, you can ask him. Okay. Now exactly back end things, so I'm not that much perfect. Okay. I should not give any wrong statements, right? So he's the best person. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now okay. Now let's introduce the temporary tables. Okay. Now whatever data I'm just showing you this, right? I want to store it in a temporary table, and later on we can do some DML operations. So for that, what I will do is I'll just go and create a temporary table here inside my store prop. I'll just say the product details. Let's say open brace and close brace. Tell me what are all the columns I need to keep here. Whatever the columns my select query is giving the same columns, right?
Yes.
The column means the column names might or might not be the same, no issues, but at least data type should be matched, correct? Then only I can insert, no? So first create the temporary table with all the columns. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
We can directly go through into keywords, sir.
We can do it, but there will be a problem, I'll tell you. Don't go with into, because it will throw an error saying that the object is exist again. Okay, don't go for into. Var of 100. Okay, I'll do one thing. Copy and H. Just a sec. Okay, I made all the things are.
For selected parts also we can replace.
Oh, okay. 1 second. The replace should be like this. Select this, do Control H, and then replace it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's see what are all the data types we have to keep. See, list price it will be. Let me put float. Okay. Quantity it will be integer, and special order ID also integer. Order date I'll make it as date time only. Okay.
Yeah.
Why I'm keeping date time, I'll show you, because again we can do some questions and all. Account number varchar, because it required some, it contains some characters also. Yeah. Now the temporary table creation script also I kept over here, and how to insert the data into it. I keep insert into this table name, and anyway the number of columns are matching, right?
Yes.
So no need to keep the column list, and whatever selected output it will go and sits in the table. If I want to see the data, then what you need to do?
Select star from
At the end you have to
product.
put select star from this. Okay. We have to see the data. No? Now I am executing my I am altering my store procedures. Now let me show you. Let's see. I am executing this store proc now. Okay.
Yes.
Can you see I am getting some data? 60 rows I am getting totally.
Yes.
Okay. Now where in the back end it will be as I said, it will executing in session 1. Correct? First execution will run in session 1. Avna? Hello?
Yes. Hello. Yeah.
Yes. Now I will just change these values. Maybe I'll remove clothing and jerseys. Maybe I'll just remove road bikes also. I'll just keep only mountain bikes. Okay. Yeah. And this is my second execution, right?
Yeah.
I'm executing it. And I got 8 rows. And this with this, when I'm executing this, where exactly it will run? Will it execute into session 1 and session 2?
Session 2.
Session 2. I'll give you the proof also why, how come it will executing in the session, not in first. So you tell me, when I'm executing this, so the table, temporary table will get created there. It is created in session 1, correct?
Yes, sir.
And data get dumped and it is showing, correct? Yes.
Yes.
Now, when I'm re-executing it, okay, the store procedure will go on again executing from starting, right? Correct? It will compile all the, it will run all the statements, correct or not?
Yes.
So the table is already exist, no? If it is executing in session 1, it has to throw an error, right? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes,
physically, when I'm running this query, one time executed. Second time when I'm executing, it is throwing an error, correct?
Correct.
But when I'm executing these statements n number of times, see, it is not throwing any error like the table is already exist, because every execution will run in
Different sessions.
different sessions. Okay, what is the scope of temporary table?
Until you close the session.
Execution.
Till the execution, correct?
Yes.
So once the first execution is done, so the temporary table will display the data and automatically it will get dropped. Am I correct?
Correct.
And in the second execution again, the temporary table will get recreate. Yes or no? In the second execution, the temporary table will get recreate and it will maintain the fresh data. That is what we want actually. That is what we want. So when our client is passing a parameters, right? I want to show only that data, right?
Yes.
I don't want to show previous or future data. Whatever he is passing, I want to show him the fresh data. Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Getting it, everyone?
Yeah, getting.
That is the purpose of a temporary table here. Okay. So when you use in
So
a
can we see that temporary table in TempDB?
no, obviously no, because the execution is done, right? In the backend. So in the TempDB, the table will be created in the runtime, and in the once the runtime is done, the execution is done, this temporary table will be gone, and you cannot see it. It is happening everything in the backend. Okay. Clear? So now instead of temporary
After
table,
that execution, the session will also close.
yes, it will run in the backend sessions. Actually, every session will be closed after the execution. Okay. Now when you, instead of temporary table, if I go and store it in a physical table, what will happen? Let me show you. I'm creating a physical table here. Okay. I'm also inserting the data into it, and I'm also selecting it. And let's alter this, and we'll see what will happen.
The data keep on increasing.
First thing is, let me execute it. See, the data is showing. Okay. When I'm re-executing it, what is happening? It throws an error, right?
Already object.
Because this is a physical table, correct?
Yes.
In every session, the physical table remains same, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So here also same table will be exist, obviously. So it will throws an error. Okay, maybe I'll go and remove the, the creation script, let's say. Okay. Now I'm altering my store process. If I go and execute this, can you see earlier 8 rows are there, now 16 rows are there. If I go and execute it again, now it becomes 24. What is happening?
Keep on.
adding.
My temporary table, sorry, my physical table is showing first execution data, second execution data, third execution data. The client is really required that.
No.
So whenever he is changing here the parameter, so he is expecting only that data, right?
Yes.
So why is it showing multiple times?
Multiple times, huh? I'll tell you. See,
Why?
when I'm passing Jersey, okay, maybe Jersey spelling wrong, huh?
Yes, why?
Jersey, G-H-E-R.
G-E-R-S-Y.
Jerseys.
G-E-R-S-Y.
G-R-S-E-Y, yeah?
No, sir.
Not J.
Jersy.
I think.
Okay, let me just see. Jersy. No.
Jerscys.
Jerseys, huh?
Jerseys, sir, actually.
No. Are
Clothing, sir.
Clothing, sir. What is happening?
Can we put here the range functions?
Maybe it's not satisfying with the condition. That's why.
Like operators or something.
Maybe it's not satisfying with this end condition. That's why. Okay.
Clothing and jersey is correct.
Yes. Jerseys is correct, but the condition is not satisfying. That's why. Okay, no problem. So someone is asking why the data is increasing, right? Because it is a physical table, right? Until unless you go and delete the data, it will be there, correct?
Yes.
So when our client is passing some parameters 1, the parameter 1 data will get stored in this. And again, what will happen? Parameter 2 data also, it will go and sit in the same table, correct?
Yes.
But do we really required, the previous data also for us?
No.
Not required, correct?
Sir, it happens only in the stored procedure only, no?
Yes, it will happen only in the store process. No, the physical table everywhere it is same.
Sir, but in a select statement, it doesn't matter how many times we execute.
It is insert
It's
statement.
the same result only.
Sorry?
Sir, in a normal select statement.
But it is insert plus select, no?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
insert.
it is insert plus select, right? The same data will go and sit in the table, main table. Okay. So the problem with the physical table is it is saving previous data, previous to previous data also, correct?
Yes.
But I don't want that. So one thing what you can do is you have to delete it. Correct? No? Correct?
Okay, here inserting and again it is selecting. So
yes, correct.
Okay.
So if I want fresh data always, what you need to do?
Delete first.
Well, we need to delete it, correct?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Now we will have a fresh data. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
1 second. Let me just. Now let me execute it. See, when I'm executing, every time it is showing 60 rows only, correct?
Yes.
It's not increasing because every time it is deleting and then inserting, correct?
Okay.
But here the problem is using the physical table is the problem, because see, when you create a physical table, it has to store some data physically, correct?
Correct.
And you are performing delete. So it is also delete also will take some time, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So already we have a concept called a temporary table, which is which won't store any data in the MDF. It will store only in the logs. Yes. Also, it will get dropped automatically. Why can't we use that instead of this? Yes or no?
Correct.
So it will store the data temporarily, right?
Yeah.
That is what we want. Always we need a fresh data whenever they are passing a parameters, correct?
Yes.
See, whenever you are requesting a mini statement or any statement, right? So when you pass start date and end date, only will you get that particular date, that information, or will you get the previous information also?
Only that information.
Only that information.
Only whatever dates you selected, between that you'll get the data, correct?
But sir, why we will put sir a physical table inside sir a stored procedure? Yeah, when I have already created a stored procedure, why we will create a sir physical table inside that, sir?
Why do we need to create a physical table?
Inside a stored procedure, sir.
That's what I'm saying. So here, whatever selected output is there, right?
Yes.
If I want to do some manipulations on top of it,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just keeping the data in a temporary table. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Why we need to use the temporary table over the physical table means, see, physical table means physically data will store in MDF, right?
Yes, sir.
And every time the client needs to see the fresh data, so you have to delete it. So which will be, manual work from our side, our SQL Server side. So instead of that, if you go and create a temporary table, anyway your store procedure will run in different sessions, correct?
Yes, sir.
So in every session, what will happen? It will create the temporary table, it will insert the fresh data, and it will show it to you. And the temporary table is gone.
Yes,
and
sir.
when you pass different parameters and when you re-execute again, it will run in second second session, and it will recreate the temporary table again, correct, with a new one, right?
Yes, sir.
And it will maintain the fresh data again, and it will show it to you. Understand? That is what we want. Whenever there is a change in parameters, I want to see only that parameters kind information. That's it.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
This is where the temporary tables will help us, guys.
Sir, my question was, if we don't put a either a physical table or a temporary table,
it will show you the data, correct?
Yes, sir. It will still show the data, sir.
Yes, it will show you the data, but why I had put a temporary table? No, because going forward, maybe tomorrow we'll do some manipulations on top of the selected output.
Okay.
Okay, see, if I want to do a DML operations, can I directly do in a select?
No,
I cannot, right? That's why we are keeping the data in a temporary table. Okay.
Okay, sir. With them, if we have to do any manipulations in
yes,
the
exactly.
main table or something like
not
that.
main table, but this temporary result set.
Okay.
Okay, so then we are dumping that data into a temporary table, and tomorrow between this, right, select and this logic, we are doing all the manipulations whatever we want.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't want my physical table to affect. Right?
Yes.
See, now that store procedure has become this much. See, now there is a meaning for this, right? Procedure means a step-by-step statements, and which has some meaning. Okay, now?
Yes, sir.
And this is how we'll write it, guys. Okay, everything will define by the client. Well, royal chapter manki. Okay, so why we I'll pass these parameters. Okay, and you have to take these tables. So everything they will tell us. What we need to do is we just need to combine the tables and get the table data and show it to them. That's it. Clear? Yeah. And I can show you how the requirement comes, how you need to build the store procedure. I'll show you. You can easily understand it, how to define a store procedure. That to real time, I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah. So now what you can do is you can create this store procedure with multiple parameters and call the temporary tables and show the data. Okay. Then tomorrow what I will do is I'll give you the manipulations over here. And there are some steps which you need to follow in the store procedure level. Also the error handlings and not performance tuning. What you can say, some steps while debugging, how to debug a store procedure, I'll show you. Yeah. I think tomorrow we can finish off this complete SQL Server. Once this is done, right,
So for our students, I have did some debugging in the real-time store for real-time store process, and I have a YouTube video for that. Yeah, for 2 students, I did it. I mean, for a real-time store process, and I'll give you that. If you follow that, right, you'll get to know so many things on top of store process. Okay. Yeah. Now see all the concepts, whatever we discussed, everything came over here. Anna. ప్రతి ఒక్కటి వచ్చాయి మనకి ఇక్కడ almost. And the date functions, everything also came, and only the thing is case statements ఇవన్నీ రాలేదు, but we'll try to bring those things also here. Tomorrow we'll see. Yeah, manipulations. We'll try to bring some I mean we'll create some situations and then we'll call all those things. Okay. It is store processor. So now what you can do is, if you want, I can just copy paste this whole text. You can just write down. Sorry,
PDF.
Okay, what I will do, I'll directly upload this. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 second.
Note.
అర్థమైంది కదా అందరికి?
అర్థమైంది.
మొత్తం ఏం లేదండి, అన్ని కాన్సెప్ట్లు కలిపి ఒక దగ్గర పెడుతున్నాం అంతే, ఇంకేం లేదు. Tell me.
Sir, you said that in real time we have to create a 1000-line stored procedure.
See,
Sir, what they do write in 1000 lines, sir?
You mean to say if we'll get a chance to write 1000 lines?
Hello.
How do you
Yes,
write?
Yes, sir. What we will write in 1000 lines, sir?
Okay, what we will write in 1000 lines?
No, sir. What we will write, sir? Everything I think it will be resolved under 100 lines or
Understand.
less than 100 lines.
Yeah, maybe I'll show you one.
Lines, sir.
That's what I'll show you some scenarios. Okay, so you'll get to know. Okay, so how they will get the requirements, how we'll define the store, they will get to know.
How many conditions you can write?
There is no specific limitation in the store part. You can write n number of. Okay. Yeah. Okay. మీకు నేను maybe real time చూపిస్తా ఒకసారి, you'll get an idea. You no need to worry about it. Yeah.
సార్ ఇక్కడ ఒక డౌట్
సార్. యా,
ఇక్కడ 29వ లైన్ ఉంది సార్. ఫస్ట్ మనం ఇట్లా డిక్లేర్, ఇది టేబుల్ వేరియెంట్ డిక్లేర్ చేస్తాం సార్ మనం. తర్వాత దాంట్లోకి ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తాం. సపోజ్ ఈ డిక్లేర్ అనేది మనం ఎండ్ పెడితే వర్క్ అవుతుంది సార్?
It won't work. No. See, when you declare this variable, right? So the store procedure will run in a sequential manner. Okay. Step by step it will run. When you keep it, the declare at the end, but it is expecting that variable in the starting only, right? See.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to put the declare in the above.
Yeah.
It will be always in a sequential manner. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's all for today. So tomorrow I'll take morning only. That's for sure. Okay. No evening class. Yeah. Okay, then I'll upload it in half an hour.